Good evening.
Good evening, Assistant District Manager Mia Hilton.
Yes.
I know just because you called me, I'm sitting in a bus stop on the corner of Utica and Fulton Street. As soon as the meeting's done, I gotta go take my susu, then I gotta go home.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here minding my business. I had my bags on the seat. Somebody come over and tell me they just wanted space. I thought they wanted to sit down. I take my bag down. They put their bag up. Then she sit down. She's on the phone now. But I decided not to send her my blood pressure today. So I let it rock. Who we waiting for? Everybody?
Oh, we're waiting for Kyrie and Yankee Pearson.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Mia, I just got a message from Yaakov. He's going to be joining the meeting. I don't know if he wants to share or not, but that's it. So we really need Tessa. You're a member of the committee.
Yes,
Mia,
Warren,
is
I'm Tessa's here.
Okay, are you a member of the committee?
Yes,
Okay.
you need Kyrie, Aline, and Yankee Pearson.
Okay, and if Yaakov comes, we have quorum, correct? And I can actually, I was appointed by the chair.
Oh, no, I'm not taking it.
Uh-oh. Okay, you know what? I'm going to start and let's see where this goes because we just need one more
Kyrie
person.
is attempting to log in now.
Okay, and that would give us quorum, correct?
Yes, I believe Yankee is also on his way into the meeting.
Maybe you could text them.
I'm going to reach out to him now, and I believe Mr. Noel is the applicant, so he is here.
Yes, Mr. Noel, welcome. I just want to wait 2 more minutes and so we don't have to repeat anything.
I'm outside.
Hello, everyone.
I love you.
Hey, Kyrie.
Fix your mouth. Hey, Kyrie.
Hi, Tessa. Hi, Mia.
Hey, Kyrie. I'm sitting in the bus stop, don't mind me. I got noise in my.
Mia, could you mute Tessa?
Tessa, we're gonna mute you for a second, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
so, thank you. So, good evening, everyone. I'm Warren Burke. I'm the first vice chair of Community Board 9. Yaakov had a conflict tonight, so I was asked to chair, so I want to welcome you all. I believe that we have quorum. Is that correct, Mia?
Yakov just signed into the meeting, so it looks like it.
Okay, Yaakov, just maybe it was ended early, you know. Okay, so let's move on. Let me just give Yaakov the choice. Hello, Yaakov.
Hey, Warren, you continue chairing the meeting. That's the best.
That was my question. Okay, thank you and welcome. All right, so I want to welcome everybody to the last meeting of the Public Safety Committee. The only agenda item we have is a New York liquor license for Zed Eats and Drinks. It's a wine, beer,
675 Flatbush, between Hawthorne and Winthrop. So, Mr. Noel, welcome. Would you like to give us a little overview of what you're planning to do?
I actually been in this community for over 40 years. I've always maintained a business at this location.
Mr. Noel, we cannot hear you.
Oh man, 1 second.
Okay,
One second.
We can hear you, just have to speak a bit louder.
Okay. Yes. I been in the community for 40 years. I've always maintained a business in the
Mr.
neighborhood.
Noel, I still can't hear you.
1 second, please. 1 second.
Okay, take your time.
Okay. Azalea, see if I mute this thing by accident again, please.
Oh my God.
No, Mr. Noel, you're not muted. We can hear you. Just need to speak a bit loudly and directly into the
Okay.
phone. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, my name is Trevor Noel. I have always maintained a business at 675 Flatbush Avenue. Had all my kids grow up in the community. The neighborhood was kind of changing and we decided to try a restaurant. And as we started, it happened with COVID. So we had already been approved for the liquor license, but it took so long with everything being closed down. So we have to reapply again. But, our thing is more community-based. We're a vegan restaurant. And at this time, we still have a lot of customers that come in. And once we don't have a drink menu, they would leave. So I think we really do need to have, wine and beer license. And that should, ease the burden from the COVID and everything else that happened to us. And that's going on still.
Okay, Mr. Noel, could you turn on your camera, please?
Yes. Let me get my granddaughter to turn that on.
I know that feeling.
Azalea, could you turn on the camera for me, please?
Warren, I see Mr. Pearson is here, so I am not needed for quorum. I'm going back to the wedding, all right?
Excellent. Okay.
Okay.
Enjoy. Thank you, Yaakov.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Noel, are you present? I didn't hear the beginning of what you were saying. Are you presently in business?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and the business has been running at the location of on
670.
Flatbush? Yeah, between
Yes.
Hawthorne and Winthrop. Okay.
Yes.
And so it's an ongoing business and you're applying for a wine, beer and cider license.
Yes, sir.
Okay, correct. Okay, good. And welcome.
Thank
I read in your application that I'm assuming all the board members have reviewed the application. I read in your, I read in your application that it's a vegan restaurant.
you. Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's a
You wanna
vegan
call-
restaurant.
okay. And you want to tell us about the menu a little, what you serve?
Okay, we serve dishes like vegan Philly cheesesteak. We serve like curry rice noodles. We have some dishes that we call oxtail that's made out of vegan meat. We also have some like curry goat, which is all vegan meat. And we also have some stuff like burritos. We have falafels. We have, fries. We have, what else do we have? Yeah, we have like burgers. We have portobello burger. We have a
Nice.
vegetarian burger. Yes. So
That
our
sounds
menu,
terrific.
yes, our menu is kind of full right now. So, we've been working on our menu for like 2 years now. And, when people come to our establishment, they're so surprised to see so many vegan options.
That's excellent. Thank you. You noted on your application that you're going to use recorded music.
Yes.
Is that, and then the other part of the questionnaire, it said for entertainment? Or
I already
for
have a permit from one of the music companies to play music and to have one artist as an event.
Okay, but what we're interested in is that the volume of the music is going to be a hindrance to our residents. We plan
No,
on playing.
No, not at all. I have tenants that live upstairs of the building, and I have to be very mindful of them. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You did not fill in your proposed hours of operation. Can you give us when you open and when you close?
Right now, we're open from 9 to 10 and from 11 to 10. But once we have our liquor license, we'll be going to like anywhere on Fridays, like from 2 to 4 to like 4 in the morning or like 3 in the morning. And we'll be opening like 11 o'clock, 9 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, to 3.
Yes.
Okay. How many people do you have working at the restaurant?
Right now we have 7.
Okay, and are they local residents who are working there, people who live within Crown Heights?
Yes, I have my son, my daughter, and I have a gentleman that lives right in the community on Ocean Avenue.
Okay, and then the other 3 are from?
They are more like dishwashers and stuff. They are from
Okay.
they are basically from Red Hook.
Okay, thank you. If you expand your restaurant or it gets busier, which we hope it does, because we certainly support business, could you make an effort to hire from our residents?
Yes, I have
Okay.
intentions. I already have residents locally lined up because I expect that once we get the liquor license, that the beer and wine license, that we'll be a lot more busy and we'll be forced to employ from the neighborhood.
Okay.
The other guys that we have employed now is just specific things that they do that we can't really find in the neighborhood.
Got it.
But yes, once we get set up, we'll be nothing but the neighborhood.
Okay.
I know
Have you
everybody
ever
from
had-
the neighborhood.
Okay, thank you. Have you ever had visits from the police or the fire department?
Recently, since I've opened,
Yes.
no.
Okay, so you haven't had any trouble, there haven't been any
No.
hazards? Okay, I'm assuming you're up to date with all your different licenses, your operating
Yes.
licenses, all that stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Does anyone else on the committee have questions and comments they'd like to speak to Mr. Noel about?
Yes, I do. Good evening, Mr.
Okay.
Noel.
Good evening, sir.
How are you? So,
Fine, thank
great. Well, first off, I actually was intrigued too by your menu. I loved it. I said I have to try out these vegan oxtails. But
you.
two, upon reviewing your application, you submitted a few photos, and just in response to your photos, I see on the application you say you have 4 tables and seating for 36. However, when I was looking at the photos, it looks as though maybe there are 4 tables on the inside, and then there are an additional 6 on the outside. So, where are those going? Are you going to be using the outside seating as well? That area?
Yes, but we won't be serving from outside. We won't be serving any alcohol outside.
Okay, so
They'll have
that
to
was,
get it inside and they could walk out. Yes.
okay, but they still would be able to purchase their drinks inside and then use the outside seating.
In the back.
for their
Yes.
drink?
Excuse me?
I guess so. My question is, so if I'm dining there and I'm having food or drinks in the back, wouldn't I be able to order drinks from inside
sir.
while sitting
Yes, sir.
outside? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so we have more than 4 tables.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
The fire department allow us to have 75 people on the inside, or 75 people total from the outside and inside.
And if I may add, Kyrie, that on the application, I believe Mr. Noel put 40 people.
yeah, it says, actually, yeah, he puts on the application as many people as it can hold. It's 36 seating, and the
Okay.
4 tables, I guess that would
Oh,
equal to.
I think that was full out by my accountant. And
Okay,
I think they didn't contact me to get everything right.
okay.
Okay, another question I have for you, Mr. Noel.
Yes, sir.
You said that potentially after your liquor or beer license, you would potentially operate on certain days, maybe from 2 to 4, and then maybe 2 to 3. But your application
Yes.
here is requesting operation from 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. and then also at 9 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Yes.
So you intend to open until 4 a.m. every day, 7 days a week.
No, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Kyrie, what's your opinion on that?
Well, because I do have an opinion, because the application that we're approving here says Monday to Thursday from 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. And then it says Friday to Sunday. from
Yes,
9
yes,
a.m. to
yes,
4 a.m.
yes. That's the actual filling out of the document says. But at this time right now, we're running like what you call it, and we have not yet ventured to see what it's like going till 4 in the morning, or we haven't got a feel of that yet, because every night we close at 10 o'clock. So
Right, and I understand that, but what you're asking us to vote on or to approve, I would assume, is that for 7 days a week, and you did, thank you for being cognizant of your tenants that do live above, but I just could only imagine for living somewhere for 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday, and then Friday to Sunday, from 9 in the morning to 4 a.m. I'm not saying every day you'll probably operate to 4 a.m., but that's what the application is saying here. And maybe anyone else have any thoughts on that? Because I could foresee that being problematic to potentially some tenants.
I could always adjust that to whatever the board recommends.
Right, this is Warren again. I think that's very late to operate, especially in a commercial residential neighborhood. I don't know what this committee has done in the past, but I would recommend that you agree to cut the hours.
Yes.
I don't know, during the week, Kyrie, has there been a history of what hours are limited to? Would it be 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock for weekday?
Yes.
Well, I wanted to ask, well, Tessa, I know you've seen too, if you wanted to weigh in on that. I'd know for the weekends, I would definitely say from Friday to Sunday, maybe even Thursday, it would be okay to potentially go to 4 a.m. because other businesses are doing that. However,
Okay.
I do not agree with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think that is too
Yeah,
long.
that's excessive. I agree with that also, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, I agree.
So Carly, what would you recommend? For Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Well, with your current hours, I would say by midnight should be the latest, or 11, and then that brings me, because also in your application, and I think Warren already asked, you said that you have pre-recorded music. So if you do have pre-recorded music, how long does the playlist normally last? Or is it already now slated to finish at 10 o'clock? So I would say maybe 11 o'clock or 12, or do you intend to serve alcoholic beverages throughout all of these hours?
No, well, I think alcohol starts at 12 o'clock in the day, I think. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but I believe it's, yeah, but we're not trying to like create like, you know, a chaos where
party
everybody
scene,
just
yeah.
drunk and drinking, but we're trying to commit to the community because around us it's built up, and some places we're not even like, you know, this will be a place for the community that I've been in the community, and it'll be nothing but community associates that'll be around.
Are you good, Carly?
Well, I've said my piece. I would love to hear if anyone else has anything else. And then
Okay, Tessa.
Just very quickly, can I chime in? I think that what we've done previously when board committee members have raised issue with the hours that were on the application versus what's discussed at the committee is to have the applicant just submit an amended application to the board office prior to the general board meeting with the agreed upon hours.
Okay, thank you, Leah. Yankee, do you have any questions or comments? Yankee Pearson? I'll take
Sorry,
that.
just trying to unmute myself. Is this the place that I believe I've seen this place? They have a comedy night. Do you have a comedy night once in a while?
Yeah, we have another awesome down the road. They had a couple of events at our place, couple of nights with comedy and some guys playing some music.
So that is not your restaurant.
My restaurant is Winthrop on Hawthorne, but I have a place called Awesome. They bring in the politicians, they bring in the local people, and they put on like, you know, they call it 777. They give everybody 7 minutes, and it's on the 7th, the 17th, and the 27th. And they, you know, vary it in places. They had used my place 2 times.
Could you say that again, please?
Yes, they have used my location 2 times before.
Okay. Well, if we issue this license, it's limited to the business that you described on your application and not a comedy club, okay?
No, not a comedy club at all.
Okay.
I'm a vegan restaurant.
Okay.
That's what
Yankee, you have any other comments or questions?
I have no further questions, no.
Thank you. Tessa, would you like to say anything?
Yes, I do. I would. It's a restaurant. As I understand it, Mr. Noel, you're not applying. You're not reapplying for a liquor license. You're applying for the first time, right?
Yes, but I applied before and I was approved.
Okay.
But I didn't have the letter of no objection to follow through.
Okay. So we don't have any issues with the police. We don't have any disturbance issues.
No, not at all.
If Kyrie has any issues about your hours of operation, the times could be amended with regard to that. Personally, I don't feel like it's my role to sanction when people operate. If they feel that they'll have a customer base and they're willing to pay the light bill and pay the staff to be there, then that's not for me to attempt to determine. All we're asked to determine is whether or not Mr. Noel and his establishment would be good for the community, and whether or not we feel that we can support his application to the State Liquor Authority for a liquor license. If we don't have any objection, if there hasn't been any issues in the past when he was approved before, then his hours of operation for his establishment is between him and the city of New York, not me.
Thank you, Tessa. Okay. If there are no more questions or comments, if someone would like, let's vote on this. If someone would like to make a motion to approve the liquor license, my suggestion is we cut the hours on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday till 12. And then since other restaurants are operating till 4, to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to 4 a.m. And the recommendation goes to the full board once the amended application is received. Anybody like to make that motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Well, hold
I
on.
second the motion. Tessa
Any
Hackett
other-
Vera,
Okay,
Board
any
Member, Public Safety Committee.
Yes, you are. Is there any, I'm sorry, I forgot, there's any discussion on that? Kylie?
Yeah, so I wanted to just piggyback off what Tessa said before. I too agree. I believe it's not our goal, again, to sanction any business to which times that they can operate. And again, what I was wondering is if there would be liquor being sold until 4 a.m. as the application was saying, only because the gentleman, Mr. Noel, first said that on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, they would close earlier. And I was just thinking also for the tenants, for in the past, so many of the other restaurants that have been approved with their liquor license till 4 a.m, they make noise and people cannot sleep. But I agree. I think we can leave it as it is. And I agree with the motion, but that's all I had to add on there.
Okay, thank you. And remember that there's
Thank you,
always,
Mr. Allen.
there's a feedback loop, so if there's an issue, we'll know about it, that's all.
Okay. So, yeah.
Okay, all in
Yeah,
favor of the
if
motion?
there is, if there's a noise issue, then tenants will call NYPD
Okay.
and then it'll come
Exactly.
to our attention and we're obligated to monitor these things closely, but we're not obligated to determine how people run their business and what hours they open.
Exactly. Okay, so let's have a vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any, all against? Any abstentions? Okay, the motion passes. Now, Mr. Noel, what happens now is that the committee recommends your establishment for beer, wine, and cider license. And it's brought upon the full board, which I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mia, is June 27th. It's a Monday night. And you should be there to present your restaurant, and I'm glad that it's an ongoing restaurant. Congratulations. And at that point, the full board will vote on it. All right, but I do appreciate your time. And once we adjourn the meeting, I'm gonna come over and get one of those portobello mushroom burgers.
I'm coming for the oxtail platter.
Okay, that's pretty
I'm
hot. Yes.
I'm coming for the goat. I can't even imagine
Oh, I
being
love
goat.
goat.
I wanna see
Yes,
Okay.
you
wanna
like,
what Mr. Noel's talking about.
yes,
Okay,
you would
Mr.
like it.
Noel, we wish you a lot of luck. And the other
Yes.
part is, once, hopefully it will be approved. And by the way, the community board is actively working to represent you if you have any problems with city agencies, etc. Okay, and just please call the office and let us know how we can help you if a problem does arrive. Okay,
Okay, I will. Yes, sir.
okay, thank you, sir. Is there any?
Thank you.
Mr. Noel, please check with the board and be at the board meeting. Please be at the
Yes,
board
for the-
meeting to help us
The
help you.
27th of June, yes.
Yes, it's 7
27th of
p.m.
June?
Yes,
Yes.
Mr. Noel, I'll send you the information. I'll email it to you.
Okay, and
Thank
this
you,
is
Mia.
Mia Hilton. She's the assistant district manager. She's your liaison for this.
Yes,
okay,
call the board office and ask for Miss Mia, please.
And
all right.
she is
Any-
no doubt
any
we love
new
her.
business? Any new business?
Not as yet. Hopefully in about another year, we can try another venture.
Okay, now I'm gonna go
Is
back to our agenda.
Warren, is Yakov still on the meeting, on the call?
Yakir Berman, no, Yakov Pearson is.
Yes, I am.
Yakov's at a-
Yakov's left. Okay, so Warren, are you, as a member of the executive committee, are you able to report on how or what happens with that other?
Yes, I will. Okay, I will take care of it. Mia will write up meeting minutes and it will go from there, okay?
Okay.
No, I'm talking about the other one from last month,
Oh,
Gallo de
this-
Mayo or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. You know, I'm gonna bow out of that conversation because I'm not that familiar.
Okay,
All right, but there's plenty, let's discuss it, okay?
okay.
All right, thank you. All right, so going back to the board agenda, any new business? Any old business?
Yes. Yes,
Go
so,
ahead.
our last meeting, Yakov had brought up, there was a problem going on in the park. I believe it was, hold on, let me look up the park and look at my notes. We were supposed to discuss, the park was being rented out by, to a team or to a league, a specific
Is this
park.
Hamilton Mets Park?
Yes. Very quickly, guys, before we move forward, we can allow Mr. Noel to leave the meeting. Mr.
was-
Noel,
Yes.
Mr. Noel, you're good. You can feel free to
Okay.
disconnect. Thank you very much and have a good
Thank you.
evening. Take
Thank
care.
Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you. Oh, man.
Get your granddaughter. All right, let's go forward. Mia, can you disconnect them? Okay, so go ahead, Kyrie.
Yeah, so no, I wanted us to go back to that. I'm actually trying to open up that document right now. I know it was shared. But essentially, I thought that that was very problematic, and also Mr. Yakov, he proposed that we would try and have legislation in place to prevent prime time at the parks being available for renting or something like this. 1 second.
Okay, you know, I'm pretty familiar with the Hamilton Mets, Mets Park situation, not from the
Mets,
current.
Hamilton Mets.
Yeah, thank you. Not from the current year, but prior years. So let's do this. Your comments are well noted. Let me get a hold of Yakov Berman, see what he wants to do. In terms of proposing legislation, that's something I need to speak to the executive board about. But by all means, let's entertain what he's thinking. And I think we'll probably take it up in September, to be open with you, Kyrie.
Okay, so in the event that it's taken up in September, then that would make me ask this question. So what's going to happen to the students now? I'm not the youth now that are trying to play in the park or that are,
Okay. Well, I could tell you, and this is just my personal opinion generically, if the Parks Department has issued permits, I'm assuming
Yeah,
those permits
yes,
can
this is
stand
Fulton, that's Malcolm X.
and would stand. But let me check into it and get back to you, Kyrie, because I'm not knowledgeable and I don't want to give you any wrong answers or impressions.
okay, thank you.
All right.
So Warren, without Yakov, I don't know if we could go forward because Yakov, with support from Kyrie and other committee members, wanted to move forward legislation, drafting legislation. I don't know if that can happen in a timely manner to impact the summer. The
No, it
summer is sort
definitely
of
won't.
here already.
No,
So,
definitely won't.
Yeah, so Yakov has to, spend some more time on this issue, I believe.
Yes,
I mean-
very quickly, Warren, what Yakov wanted to do is draft a letter perhaps to local electeds to encourage them to request a slot of community time to make sure that local kids get a shot at the park. And they're not, taken off the field consistently by people with permits, that, the local electeds advocate for community time essentially in parks like Hamilton Mets, where there's new equipment, but the community doesn't have a chance to access and utilize it.
Okay, well, I'm certainly in on a personal level in support of that. Let's get a hold of Yaakov, see he wants to move, how he wants to move on it. I don't think we can vote on anything tonight because there's no letter. But let's keep this hot on the agenda and see what happens. My personal, yes,
Yes, Warren, I would respectfully suggest that you interface with Rabbi Berman
yes.
about this, and if it could possibly get into the executive committee for discussion, then that would help to support Kyrie Irving's something can happen before the summer ends.
Yeah, you know, that's
Kyrie
an
Irving.
excellent,
Irvin
that's
is
an
not me.
excellent point.
So if you could get to Yakov, and if
Yes.
it's something that needs to go to the executive committee, if it could get into the executive committee this month, then maybe we can, get some movement on things rather than have
No,
everything halt
an
until
excellent-
September.
That's the correct point. We will do that. Okay, and if
Thank you.
not, maybe we're gonna contact Kyrie if Yaakov has a conflict or anything. Okay, Kyrie, but thank you,
Yes.
Tessa, for that point. So
Yes.
I will put this on the agenda for the executive meeting.
Thank
Yes,
you.
please, with Yakov's permission, and then if you need committee votes, text us and we'll vote by text,
Okay, and I will tell you the one
or
thing.
if it's necessary.
Yeah, we will need for the meeting are specifics, i.e. when do these leagues play? When don't they play? Are there any community hours, et cetera? Because we just can't, we need the facts. That's what it amounts to. Okay, so let me speak to Yaakov, and Kyrie will include you in these discussions.
Yes, please.
And I thank you both. All right.
And I'd like to be included too,
Tessa, you're
Warren.
always included.
Yeah, all of us, I think, all of the whole committee.
Yeah, I think the whole committee, look, if I don't have to come to a physical meeting, even if it's July, I could talk to you for an hour.
By all means, I agree. I wasn't leaving you out, Tessa.
I love
Okay.
Tessa.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Any old
that's all I'm
business?
saying is, I know we won't meet officially, but this is so important. I agree with Kyrie Irving and Yakov. If
Chief
you
Irving.
need to talk to me in July, I'll show up.
Tessa, hold up really quickly before we move on. It's
Yeah.
Kyrie Allen, the swaggiest Kyrie you have ever seen in life. Irvin could never be. He plays basketball. I'm a tennis
Listen,
player.
Kyrie Aline.
Yeah.
Listen, Kyrie Aline. I have Guyanese cousins named Alleyne, and that ain't how you
Allen,
pronounce
and they
it.
say
But we
Allen.
won't go into that now.
Yeah.
They say Allen. That's right. Everybody in the
My
Caribbean
Trinities do
say
too,
Allen.
but my family we can say Allen, but it's not Irvin. I'm just letting you know. I'm Brooklyn.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
guys.
brother Aline.
Thank you.
Okay. So any old business?
Oh no, that was the old business for me.
Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Okay, but I do want to say, in lieu of Yaakov not being here, the board certainly appreciates everybody's efforts and that you've been here and you have opinions and you're looking at things. So I just wanted to thank you. Our next meeting, as you know, is the executive meeting and then the full board meeting. And by all means, you're welcome to attend both. So thank you.
And
And we
thank you,
will-
Warren. You did a great job for stepping in short notice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All
Yes,
right.
yes. Yes,
Tess is one of my
yes,
biggest
Warren.
fans.
Your years of board experience came through this evening.
Yes, he did
Okay,
that.
thank you. All right, have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Bye,
Good
Mia.
night, everyone.
Okay.
Take care. See you later, Kyrie.
Bye, Yankee. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Mia.
Alrighty, bye. Good night, Yankee.
Thanks, everyone.